It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one, y'all. It's gonna be a real good one. In this live stream, y'all, this is gonna be real. No, it ain't gonna be real quick. It's gonna be in depth. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But we gonna talk about Adam versus Adam, God versus the Antichrist. Now this shit right here, y'all, this gonna be a good live. Let's just keep it there. So y'all all know the story about Adam, but what a lot of people don't know is there's two Adams. You see what I'm saying? There's the first original Adam, and then there's the one that was created by the Greys, the Orions. You see what I'm saying? And once you understand that concept, then that's when you know things will start making more sense. Understand that. So we all know how it starts off in the Bible, man, to where they talking about when God created Adam. They talking about how so-called Lucifer didn't agree with the creation of man, and he was totally against it. So him and his angels rebelled against the Creator, and they got casted to the earth because of this. I mean, what you have to understand is the Bible, it tells a lot of truth, but it's somebody else's version. You see what I'm saying? Like they tell it in a way to where it's not going to reveal their secrets, but they going to tell you the truth, just not fully. You see what I'm saying? So what really happened is all of us existed in the spirit before the physical plane was ever created. You see what I'm saying? If you're somebody that's real and you have a soul and you have a higher level of consciousness, you have to understand that before we existed in this physical plane, before time, we all was in the spirit. You see, because what you have to understand is the creation of time is another aspect of how matter or the physical world was even created. Without time, there wouldn't be matter. Without time, there wouldn't be a physical realm. Understand that. So boom. It originally started off with the Creator. After the physical plane was created, God created a body to be able to, to interact with the physical world, because you can react with the physical world as a spirit, but it's better to be in the physical form. So he created his first avatar, which was Adam. And this is when they tell you that God blew his breath into Adam. He blew himself, family. You see what I'm saying? Adam was God in physical form. You see, he created the body first, then he blew his spirit into the shell, and then sent the shell to the earth. Now, this is the reason why in the Bible they say, let's create man in God's image, because God created a man, a physical vessel for himself. You see what I'm saying? And that vessel was perfect. So the rest of these angels decided to create their man or their men after the image of God. You see? So get that in your mind. Get that good in your mind. Adam wasn't just no regular man, family. He wasn't just a being that was just created and sent to earth, an idea that the Creator had. No, Adam was literally the Creator in physical form, family. Literally. It's the reason why a long time ago I said that Yeshua, Adam, and Anu, all these different titles they talking about, it's the same person, man. You see what I'm saying? It's the same person. Understand that. So boom. When this happens, you can say, I really don't want to say Lucifer because I really don't know. These names to me is more like titles. So it could have been multiple Lucifers, or it could have been multiple Satans, or it could have been multiple, even Christ is a title. You see what I'm saying? It was multiple Christ. Understand this. So I don't want to say Lucifer. I'm gonna say I don't necessarily want to say God's counterpart either, because I mean that's probably the closest thing that I can say to make it make sense. God's counterpart. Yeah, I'm gonna just say that. God's counterpart, once the physical plane was created, God's counterpart was kind of like, well, since you already ruling the heavens, then I might as well be the one to rule the physical plane. You see what I'm saying? I might as well, I might as well rule the physical. You rule the heavens and I rule the earth. You see what I'm saying? That seems like that makes sense to me, because God's counterpart was the most powerful angel. You see what I'm saying? Besides the actual creator himself, that the person that they call Lucifer, the one that was kicked out of the heavens and whatnot, that was one of the most powerful angels, you see. So boom, that takes place. And that's what starts the feud. You see what I'm saying? That's what starts the whole disagreement between, God and his counterpart, you see, because the people that followed behind the counterpart felt just as the counterpart did. Like, yeah, you should be the one ruling the earth, why is he being so greedy or so selfish, blah blah blah. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is what was said. So that's what caused the separation. Boom. And that's what caused the war, the first start of the wars. Now, when they say that these particular beings were casted to the earth, that's true. But what you have to understand is God came too. It wasn't just the angels didn't just get casted down here themselves. Like, God came too, you see, in that physical form. So when they came to the earth, this is when the stuff started getting kind of interesting. This is where the other Adam comes in place. When they first came to the earth, you got to understand these particular beings were still in this alien-like form, you see, and they had to find a way to basically to blend in with everybody else. This is going on for years. Now, don't think that all this stuff happened in like a short ass 2 years or something. No, this shit was hundreds and hundreds of years. So by the time the fallen angels and God was down here on earth, hundreds of years had went by. So now there's more people on the earth. There's more of God's children. You see what I'm saying? I low-key need to go back real quick because I skipped a part. Well, I told that in the last story about how God created the woman. You see what I'm saying? The so-called black woman is the mother of humanity. That's very, very true. You see what I'm saying? Because the creator needed a way to basically to reproduce. Now, he could have done it any way he wanted to, but that's the way it came out. You see what I'm saying? Now, since there's people on the earth, you see what I'm saying? There's humans on the earth. And these humans are like half gods, half, you know what I'm saying, humans, you see. And really, to be honest with you, well, I'm not gonna get into that right now. So boom, that takes place. Now these other beings, the fallen angels, the ones that kind of got into that little beef, you see what I'm saying? They trying to figure out how to blend in. You see, how can we blend in? So this is when they decided to splice the different DNAs and stuff with the animals, you see, and then they had a little bit of their DNA to create these particular white avatars that y'all see. These particular white people, you see what I'm saying? And the first avatar they created was the avatar for their leader, so-called God's counterpart. You see what I'm saying? And that's where the whole, and what you have to understand is, the counterpart was kind of, you could say, feminine, like a female energy or something like that. Feminine energy. Just put it into that perspective. because before there was male and female, like how they said, there was masculine energy and feminine energy. And masculine energy and feminine energy went together. You see what I'm saying? So this particular being had feminine energy, the counterpart, you see? So this particular being created that vessel that we all think and we know of, that white Jesus Christ. You see what I'm saying? Or that white Adam. You see what I'm saying? That was the avatar. And they showed, well, Young Elder and them talk about this when they talk about how Yakub created those particular beings with the blue eyes and shit. Yeah, that's them. You see what I'm saying? Ashtar Command, however you want to call it. Yeah, that's them. You see? And their first avatar they created was they so-called leader, they God, you see? And this particular being became, by PR promotion and shit like that, became like the face of Christianity, you see? So this shit takes place, y'all, and years go on, and you have to understand the creator had several children, you see? And when the creator basically, because you gotta understand the creator left a couple of times. When he left, people say, oh, he went to sleep. He went to sleep. He left the shit behind to one of his grandsons named Jared, you see? And when that happened, basically these Anunnakis, which, you know, that's who we call them, they got a whole bunch of these avatars. You see what I'm saying? They got a whole bunch of these white avatars and shit. They got a whole bunch of these. So now they ready to move on their plan, you see? They ready to go ahead and start doing what they came to do. And that's when they started coming to the so-called God's children or whatnot, selling these lies, because all that shit is true when they tell you about Yakub, how Yakub taught them the tricknology and shit. Like, all that shit is real. See what I'm saying? All that is real. Basically, their leader gave them everything that they needed to know to basically be finessers. You see what I'm saying? Finessers and backstabbers and people that's tricky, real tricky. So that took place, y'all. That real life took place. And these particular beings made it their mission to try to destroy God's bloodline. You see what I'm saying? To remove them from the earth, because like I told you, if God came to this planet and he had a bunch of kids, that means that he gonna pass the throne to one of his kids. You see what I'm saying? And remember, this whole feud started because the counterpart figured I should be the one ruling the earth. You see what I'm saying? The counterpart said I should be the one ruling the earth. So they like, we gotta wipe out these people. We gotta wipe out this bloodline, because if we don't, they gonna be the ones running the earth, and I'm trying to be the one running. You see? So that's when it all comes down to the whole story about when they create this whole Bible and shit. And I'm not 100% on this. I go back and forth with this shit in my head so much. Like, I can't really come up with it fully yet. But I kind of believe that when it comes to the Bible, Jesus is the white person that I'm telling you about, the white avatar. You see what I'm saying? And they call Satan like the evil one, but Satan, in my opinion, is really the creator. You see what I'm saying? The creator. And like I said, they just flipped everything around. Now, I'm not sure about this, but I do get downloads about that a lot, you see. And it could make sense. You see, it could make sense. So in the Bible, you have to understand that the one that was doing all the killing and stuff was Jesus, man. You see what I'm saying? That's who was doing all the killing. That was who was basically attacking the children of God, the children, you know, the ones that's supposed to inherit the earth. He was trying to destroy all of them because he like, look, I'm gonna be the one in charge down here. You see, that was what the war was about. You see, about this particular being the ruler of the earth. And they figured like they had rights. Since you already ruling the heavens, I should be able to rule the earth. You see, and instead he gave the throne to the people that he created from his DNA and from the mother of humanity. You see what I'm saying? Because he wanted it to be people that's actually from the earth, that's ruling the earth. You see what I'm saying? He wanted it to actually be people that was here on the earth, that's ruling the earth, not, you know, beings from other realms and shit. You see what I'm saying? So all the killing and stuff that's going on in the Bible, man, you know, the pillaging the tribes, and you know what I'm saying, raping the women and raping the kids, raping the babies, the genocide, all that stuff is being done by the white Jesus, man. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And that person is the devil. That particular being is the devil, the Baphomet, you know, all these different names that these people come up with. That's who that is, family. You see what I'm saying? And later on down the line, they started creating dark-skinned vessels. And that's the reason why now they trying to tell you that the white Jesus ain't real, blah, blah, blah. The letter J didn't even exist because they created a dark-skinned vessel. You see, and they also know how to take bodies from people. You see what I'm saying? So to get on to that, I already told you that the creator left everything to his grandson, Jared. You see what I'm saying? Jared was the father of the so-called bloodline, well, not the father, but like the big brother. You see what I'm saying? Like the elder of this tribe of people that was created by God, and the woman that he created on earth from his DNA. You see what I'm saying? So these particular beings, man, these spirits, they wanted to possess this particular being's body so that way they could become the, you know what I'm saying, the Christ of the earth. That was they main plot, they main plan. They tried to make clones of him. You see what I'm saying? They tried to make clones. They tried to possess him. They tried to do all kinds of things, trying so hard to be the rulers of the earth. And these people to this day, because like I said, they actually did succeed with, you know, knocking that bloodline down temporarily. You see, and scattering them around the earth and shit. You see, to throw everybody off. But they didn't succeed with taking the earth. You see. So that's how that goes, y'all. It's been a long ass war. So when you talk about Adam, you gotta ask which Adam are you talking about, because there's two Adams. There's a white one, and there's the original dark skinned one. You see, and in this time, in this matrix that we in, for the longest time they've been showing you the white Adam. Who watched I always forget the name of that damn TV show. I always forget the name of that freaking TV show, man. But anyways, they showed that in there. They showed the white Adam and whatnot. You see what I'm saying? They showed all that stuff. And then they had the black dude in there. You see, and they knew that he was the real deal. And all the people, all the white people that was in that little society had to listen to what the fuck he said, because he was the so-called son of man. He was the real, you know, he was the real deal. The white Adam was created by aliens, family. And his consciousness was put inside of there. You just, you know what I'm saying, you're not really the Christ. So that's that story, family, which is really already been told. It's already been told. It's just not, it's not as clear. So with that being said, we all know that there's two different Adams, and we know that the so-called Antichrist is the white Jesus. You see what I'm saying? The white Adam, whatever you want to call it. Same thing that a lot of people have been saying all this time. These beings came here, they created avatars to try to blend in, and boom. That's how that went. So I hope everybody that watched this appreciate this information. I hope y'all take it and run with it. Enjoy the rest of your day, and y'all stay easy. See you.